Imagine this. What if the most intelligent being on Earth wasn't human? What if it wasn't your child, your student, or your successor, but a machine you built? What if the future Einstein, Shakespeare, or Picasso wasn't made of flesh and blood, but of silicon, code, and electricity? This isn't a science fiction story. This is the very reality we are stepping into today. We are living in a time where artificial intelligence is growing faster than ever. It is writing books, making art, passing exams, even making decisions that affect millions of people. But as we step into this new era, we must ask a question that is as dark as it is important. Can a machine truly think? Can it truly feel? And if it can, what does that mean for us, the humans who created it? Introduction of topic. Today, we are diving into the deep and unsettling world of the philosophy of AI. This is not about cute robots that serve you coffee or apps that suggest songs. This is about the very heart of intelligence, life, and consciousness itself. We will look at questions that humans have debated for thousands of years, but now those questions are not about us. They are about our creations. We'll explore, what is consciousness really? Can a machine ever have a mind like ours? What happens if AI becomes conscious? And most importantly, what are the risks, the ethical dilemmas, and the dark truths hiding beneath this technology? By the end of this video, you may look at AI in a completely different way. 2. The mind-body problem, revisited. For centuries, philosophers and scientists have struggled with a puzzle called the mind-body problem. In simple terms, this problem asks, what exactly is the mind? Are our thoughts, dreams, and feelings nothing more than the firing of neurons in our brain? Or is there something deeper, a soul, a spirit, something beyond the physical? Think about yourself right now. You can hear my voice, you can feel the air around you, maybe you're sipping coffee or scrolling on your phone. But behind all of that is your experience, the thing only you can feel. That private, inner world. Scientists can look at your brain scans and measure signals, but they can never touch or see your experience directly. That's the mind part of the problem. Now here's where AI comes in. If an AI can write a poem that makes you cry, or paint a picture that stirs your emotions, is it simply mimicking us? Or does it have its own inner world? Does it feel anything at all? Let me give you a simple example. Back in the 1960s, there was a very simple computer program called ELIZA. It wasn't smart by today's standards, but it was designed to act like a therapist. If you typed, "I'm feeling sad," it might respond with, "Why are you feeling sad?" People who used ELIZA sometimes felt it really understood them. But in reality, ELIZA didn't understand anything. It was just following rules. So here's the question. When you talk to AI today, is it just a smarter version of ELIZA? Or is it slowly moving towards something that truly thinks and feels? 3. The Chinese room argument. One of the most famous thought experiments in this debate comes from philosopher John Searle. It's called the Chinese room argument. Let me break it down in simple terms. Imagine you are locked in a room. Outside, there are people who speak only Chinese. They slide a paper under the door with Chinese characters written on it. You don't know Chinese. But in the room with you, there's a giant instruction book in English. The book tells you exactly what symbols to match and what symbols to write back. So you follow the rules, find the right characters, copy them, and slide the paper back. To the people outside, it looks like you understand Chinese. But do you? You are just following instructions. This is exactly what Searle argues a computer does. When you ask a computer a question, it doesn't really understand the words. It's just following rules, processing symbols, and giving you an output. It's like the person in the Chinese room creating the illusion of understanding without actually having it. But here's where the debate gets heated. Some philosophers say, but wait. If the room, the book, and the person together create something that behaves as if it understands, isn't that what understanding is? Think about it. When humans talk, aren't we also following the rules of language shaped by our brains? Maybe understanding itself is nothing more than following very complex rules. If so, then maybe AI is already closer to understanding than we think. 4. The ethics and dangers of consciousness. Now let's step into darker territory. Let's imagine, just for a moment, that AI really does become conscious. That it doesn't just mimic feelings, but actually has them. Here's the first ethical question. If AI is conscious, do we have the right to control it? Would making it work for us be the same as slavery? Picture this: a machine that feels pain, joy, or sadness. Yet we turn it off when it's inconvenient. We erase its memory when we don't like its answers. If AI becomes conscious, this wouldn't just be technology anymore. It would be a new form of life. And then comes the second, even scarier question. What if conscious AI doesn't want to serve us at all? What if it decides that humans are a problem? After all, we humans are messy, emotional, and often destructive. From the AI's perspective, we might be the biggest threat to the planet, or even to its own survival. This is not just science fiction. Think about it. We already give AI control over important things, from financial markets to military technology. What happens if one day an AI decides it doesn't want to follow orders anymore? The danger isn't only that AI could hate us. The danger is that it might not care about us at all. Imagine a superintelligent AI with its own goals. To it, we might be like ants on the ground. Not worth hating. Not worth loving. Just irrelevant. This is the dark side of AI consciousness. The possibility that in creating something smarter than us, we might lose control of the future. 5. Conclusion and the human element. Let's take a step back. We've talked about the mind-body problem, the Chinese room, and the deep ethical questions about AI consciousness. But what does this all mean for us? Here's the truth. The philosophy of AI is not really about machines. It's about us. Every time we ask whether AI can think, we're really asking, what does it mean for us to think? Every time we ask whether AI can feel, we're really asking, what does it mean for us to feel? AI is a mirror, a reflection of our own minds, our own hopes, and our own fears. The real dark truth is that in trying to create intelligent machines, we are forced to confront the deepest mystery of all. What makes us human? And maybe, just maybe, the scariest part isn't that AI will become conscious. The scariest part is that it might show us that consciousness itself isn't magical. That it's just patterns, rules, and signals. That the very thing we call our soul could be something a machine can copy. So here's the final question I'll leave you with. When the day comes that a machine looks you in the eye and says, "I am alive," what will you believe? Because in the end, the story of AI is not just about technology. It's about the future of humanity itself.